Turn around, go to the rear, and stretch. No, doesn't like a Sunday today. Here we are. The forces you can apply are minimum. If it's over 50 milligram, or it's 1/20th of a gram, then that's it. So you must have extremely well controlled forces. No brute forces, no air force, nothing. In Europe, by the way, your president's airplane is called the Air Force One. So, this is done.
Hard to see in the picture now. What is that wound on? What's that core-looking piece in the?
There's a square, and the coils are wound around the square. One turn up, one turn down, comes out, and the input is also on the same end. I've twisted them.
What's that piece that looks like a tube in there like that?
You can point out with your finger.
Right?
Huh?
I don't know. What you wound the wire on this? You said it's square? It's hard to tell.
You can see it cross.
Yes, across.
And the wire is wound around the cross. One channel, the other channel. So I've twisted, and then I've turned them around the coil to come out again. That is compensation for crosstalk. So when I wind the left channel in the right channel and the right channel in the left channel, anti-phase,
Yes.
I crosstalk, cancelling, and therefore the channel separation is much higher. Channel separation measured by the absolute sound is 40 dB. And normally a cartridge reaches 28 to 30 dB.
So what is the cross made out of?
Very high mu metal iron. You can use nylon, but then the output is much less. So I take a little bit disadvantage of the non-linearity of the mu metal, but the output is very pleasant and healthy. This cartridge produces 0.95 millivolt at 5.6 centimeter per second, and normally it's 0.25, 0.3. The higher the output, the lower relatively the noise floor. So your area of dynamics is enlarged by a higher output, and the modulation curve is steeper. So mechanical input, electrical output. The higher the output per unit of movement, the higher the dynamics. This cartridge is relative high dynamic cartridge. The one with the highest dynamics is the Colibri Master Signature. There's an extremely steep curve. Many manufacturers don't care about the modulation curve. They are happy when there's some output. But I thought the steeper, the more realistic. So therefore, my efforts to improve the modulation curve, mechanical input, electrical output. I'll take another. I have to heat up a little bit the coil to harden the adhesive. I'm touching the front end, heat is transferred. It's drying up now. Ready. Bend the lead out wires down. And add the dampers. Let me see. I have here a tube with dampers, colorings, when I'm lucky also cantilever with stylus, yes I see. So this is little stuff. Looks good, looks easy, but you can hardly get. Open. move the damper around the suspension wire. First the center damper. That's it. And pull it forwards. That's it. Two other.
Which piece is this? Is this the rubber that you just put on?
I have a 3-piece damper.
3-piece damper.
This was number 1.
Yes.
What I have in my tweeze is number 2. And the number 3 is laying down. 2 and 3, the 2 rings are equal. It's very different in property to number 1, the white one.
Is this the same combination like on your different cartridges? Like, you know, the
Each cartridge has its own combination.
The 3 dampening rubbers you described yesterday, you know.
Each cartridge has its own combination of damping rings. I have about 10 different types at home. And for this cartridge I take this combination. What makes the sound for a bigger part?
What is the life of this material, you think, before it starts to lose its elastic properties?
You talked about the other day the store the rubber at minus 80 or something. He's asking how long, now that you take it out in the air, how long is this?
It has been a week out of, but it's normally at minus 18 Celsius in my deep freezer. And I take about 20 out, and after 2 weeks, 20, or in a week even 20 are finished, and I take another 20. So this is conditioned from 1975. At that time, I saw a CD coming. Philips did want to buy my stylus patent. They thought if they buy my stylus patent, and they offered me 25,000 gulden, that I could have kept quiet, and they took away another potential, say between quotes, enemy for CD. But I refused. So it did cost me 25,000, but I had the right to continue. And I'm still happy I do, because my stylus, at that time ready, is sold in about 1.5 million samples. So 1.5 million cartridges have used my stylus shape. And the stylus shape was the beginning of my cartridge business.
So the other part of his question was, now we put this in the air, how long will the damper last?
Oh, that will last very long. As long as you don't smoke, the air is clean, what means your wife should not fry the potatoes in olive oil or any oil and let it just evaporate in the kitchen. Preferably you prepare your beef outside. So as long as the air is without oil, the rubber will stay. Because this rubber ages only by oil and by intense ultraviolet light. But you don't play outside in the sun, because then your records hang dripping over the platter. So that's not the way how you should do. So oil is the biggest enemy for a damper. There are cleaning liquids containing oil. And those cleaning liquids migrate over the stylus, over the coil, in the oil. Famous one is Audio Technica, I think 406 or 407, a blue liquid. Never use. If you want to clean the stylus, use vodka. So the cup on the bottle, fill it with vodka, take a very little pencil, dip in the vodka and move from the rear to the front of the cantilever. And that's the way how you clean. And as a reward, you can drink the rest of the cup and have a good day. So the coil is ready now.
So people have this new material that they like. They say you just push it against the stylus to clean it. Well, what do you think of that?
If it's this sticky and it's clean.
They have that, I don't know, looks like silicone or something, and they say you push it on.
I would strongly recommend no mechanical contact, because you have no control over your hands. And some are controlled, others are not controlled, and you may break something you don't want to break. The best thing is to have liquid cleaning. Last, I'm not promoting it, but I have great respect for Last. So that's a good option, but I think pure vodka is the best. Don't take beer, don't take cognac, because cognac contains caramel, to give it a sweet, nice taste, and it is a residue on the stylus. But vodka is very pure.
And then you can drink it.
If you like. Good, there are still 4 rings and the cantilever. I put the cantilever a little bit aside. I first fix the color rings. Red one. That's it. Move them. I have to use tweezers. So blue ring at the blue wire, red ring at the red wire. You can see. So we have now a continuation of connection between the pin with the color to the blue wire at the soldering point and the rest. Outlining is okay. Now I take a little drill and secure the tube. That is no metal. Clean it and fix the coil in